down, hopefully to 3 or 4. I'm not a huge fan of... Sorry, I was just checking my mic volume. I'm not a huge fan of having a lot of stocks on my watch list right out of the gate, just because, you know, it's your focus is everything. Your attention span is the most valuable thing in trading. Now, if you spread your attention over a couple different stocks, the stock market does not reward more effort. You can put tens of hours into one singular trade, doing research after research after research, doing charting, looking at charts for hours and hours and hours, for it to just go in the opposite direction. So the markets don't care how much effort you've put into a certain trade. So you have to just take it and just kind of, your attention is there. Like, you're going to do it. Be like, okay, it doesn't work out. I'm moving. So right now, guys, we are watching, we're watching ISPC. Now, ISPC is trading higher after the company announced it has been contracted to support new advanced research on COVID-19, seeking insights on its transmissibility, variants, outcomes, and testing validity among multiple programs, population segments. So this is a very, very low float stock. I think it's only at 3 million in float, which, yes. Oh, right now we're looking at volume. But yes, it's only 3 million in float, but has almost a 10x relative volume already. Now, we don't even have any of the volume. We can't even see the volume bars because of how small it was. Now, we're currently sitting at around, 850, 860, which is currently, we had the peak at $9. Now, the highest 10, over 10, we're going to absolutely, we could rip. But what also I want to be worried about is that we have high wicks. Every single time it looks like we get up, we're moving a lot, we get rejected and we pull back. Not saying that when we gap up, we pull back. I'm just saying that it looks like when we push up, we usually tend to pull back on ISPC, and we have to be very careful with that. We do have a gap to fill, which we already filled at 740. So I do like ISPC, and it's right now the top stock on my watch for the news as well. We also have ASTR, which I'm not a really huge fan of, just because I don't like this gap up, which is one candle and then slowly dying off. We do have a nice downtrend on the play now. But let's go ahead and figure out why ASTR is moving up. So ASTR reaches orbit for the first time. Let's go ahead and look. Looks like they're a space company. Orbit for the first time. So yeah, breaking the downtrend, we could see this start to move. Let's go ahead and look at the relative volume for ASTR. Is actually only around a 2x. The float is 114 million. So since the float is 114 million, this is definitely not one of the stocks that I'm watching out of the gate, just because it has a really high, it takes a lot to move this stock. Same with PROG. PROG hit 5.2 and is now sitting below $5 at $4.90. Let's see if this can crack over 5.2. Crack over 5.2. We have, for PORG, we have room back up to 5.50. Not much. We have a huge bullish engulfing candle on Friday with increasing volume, so I would expect that to fill if we crack the high. We have room all the way back to potentially, we're going to go ahead and look here, break over that high at, oh man, this is not even the right stock. There we go. Break over that high at 5.15 or 5.13. I think we have room all the way back up to 5.50. I don't think there's no resistance until 5.50. What do I think about WEJO? Let's go ahead and take a peek. WEJO. Guys, if you could tap that like button, TikTok pushes the stream more, and I'd really appreciate it. And for you guys on YouTube, thank you guys for stopping in. All right. So this is just IPO'd. I don't have enough market data. Don't know what this company's doing, so I can't really give you any insight, although I wish I could. So we also have CEI. Now, CEI is forming a downtrend. Now, we have been moving up. Now, there's no company... Oh, wait, here we go. Announced that they received a letter from the New York Stock Exchange. The response to the company's request for an extension of the date by which a company is to file outstanding financial reports. So they're looking for an extension. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this news because it is some, you know, we're like, oh, okay, this stock is struggling to stay in the New York Stock Exchange. So we got Lucid. Let's go and take a peek at Lucid. Now, guys, I love Lucid. I have 100 shares at 29, so I'm sitting pretty right now. Almost doubled it. Good morning. How are you doing? Is anyone missing a girlfriend? Yes. Now, Lucid, I think we crack over that 57 or maybe even $60 level. I mean, that's the high for the day. That's the all-time high, I believe. 64? No, it's not. If we crack that high, I could see us ripping. It's open waters. We don't know what's going to happen. Now, I really like Lucid. I think it has a lot of potential here. So hold on. Let me look. I'm trying to look at your guys' your comments. So we have apps. Good morning. What do you think about SEV? I'm going to go look at apps first, guys. APPS. Oh, we're just getting crushed currently. It looks like we are just kind of moving down. I'm not a really huge fan of this right now. It's just kind of moving sideways. I'd wait to break that trend line. We're kind of feeling like a falling wedge. I want to see us pop above the 90 EMA, and then the 90 EMA squeeze us out of this trend line and out of the 20 EMA, so we could get popped up back to that 50 SMA and that previous high at $66. Now, I'm not a huge fan of APPS right now. We also have SEV. Now, guys, I'm trying to get to all of you. Give me 1 second. If you guys could tap that like, TikTok push the stream more, I'd really appreciate it. Oh, a lot of volume. Start to step in. I don't really like this static, and then all of a sudden extremely volatile. So you would have to wait to make it pick direction, but I would say if we break over 28, we have room back up to 30 and then $32 for SEV. What about CBAT? Let's go and take a look at CBAT. CBAT. Guys, come over to the YouTube. You can see my screen and see my face. I'd really appreciate it. The YouTube is Stock Talk Trades. Link is in bio. Now we have CBAT. You know, I don't like that we had a long upper wick here, but we do have a pivot low. No, a pivot low could be a nice opportunity to bounce right off too. I would like us to eventually get above the 9 EMA on the daily. So right now it is looking somewhat bullish. I would wait for a confirmation with a close above the 9 EMA for potential, so you can start scaling in. It depends how your risk tolerance is. If your risk tolerance is pretty high, maybe you can start scaling in now. Then it closes above the 90 EMA. There's another scale in. Then it closes above the 20 EMA. There's another scale in. Pops above the 50. Boom! You sell it at the high at 250. So again, guys, it's all relative on your strategy. So I do like CBAT. I think it has some good potential. Now we have got some December calls there. Nice. That's awesome. I do like that right now. Thoughts on Root? Let's go and take a peek at Root. I really don't have much on Root. It's just kind of like meh. Just keep making lower lows. So I would wait for it to make a bottom. Get some December calls in there. Oh, you got some nice. That's what they were like. Thank you for the follow. We have WEJO is a merger with VO, possibly why it's an IPO. Okay. Thanks. No problem. Yeah. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you guys for the support. If you guys are looking to, I know I've been mentioning about this crypto. What's this cryptocurrency that I think could potentially 50x? And that's being conservative with your money. And I've already said it's VXV, but I want you guys to go over to my YouTube, links in bio. You can come see the watch. But look, this coin, it's 9 minutes long, and it's everything you need to know about VXV, from price, what they do, what their competitors, what they're looking to solve, a bunch of different things that you guys can potentially, I'm not too sure, but it's just it's everything. I have it all written down in my video notebook. I cover everything. Their goal, their scalability, token fundamentals, CEO, partnerships, tokenomics, price targets. And then I have everything you guys need to know. I think you guys could really get some value out of that. So let's go on and go back to our stocks and charts. Right now, I am looking at I mean, honestly, ISPC making new highs today. Now let's go ahead and now we have some 907 we just cracked, and I think really at 10 is our only other level. I would like us to see a crack 10, pull back, and retest 10 before moving higher. Too many new viewers here. If you are looking for a teacher and not just a scammer, this is great. Hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's one of the things. I don't hold back on any of the value that alpha day trading provides, just because I know that there's so much value out there that if you can't give away some value, then you don't have any other value in the back end. That's just how it is. Now, guys, Rivian, Rivian, just don't buy Rivian. It's classic Rivian, where an IPO that's very anticipated pumps and drops. Coinbase did that. Robinhood did that. I need your help show how to make real money. Hey, we're doing it right now. We're going to be watch the stream. As again, day trading is extremely boring. A lot of people, it's 90% of you just sitting on your ass and waiting for a good opportunity. So if you can't do that and be patient, then day trading is most likely not for you. But right now I'm looking at ISPC. Again, we're moving up. You could have just bought and randomly it's continuing to move, but I don't like doing that. That's not my strategy. So I am waiting for a pullback, and I am waiting for ASTR. I'm not a huge fan of ASTR right now, but it is on my watch list. Just to break the downtrend, we have CEI looking to break the downtrend again, but I don't know if I'm going to continue to buy this because the relative volume is terrible. We're not even a tenth. We have a tenth of the relative volume. So it's just CEI is just moving up. There's absolutely no sellers. Now we're starting to get some bullish reaction off the 200 SMA in this trend line off PRFX. Swing trader? Yeah, sometimes. I swing trade every once in a while. But I mean, I'm making this is my swing trading watch list. I'm actually going to be making that video today. So if you guys want to catch my swing trading, make sure to follow me on TikTok. And if you want to catch it on YouTube, head over to the YouTube Stock Talk Trades. I'll be getting that uploaded later today. Now we have OBSV. Again, broke the trend line, but I kind of figured that this wasn't going to get a lot of movement. So FDA accepts application. So I'm not really a huge fan of this. So I just got to wait and just see what stock takes the traders, what stock takes all of the hype. And right now I think it's ISPC. I think all traders are on ISPC because it has such a low float and it has extremely high volume. I think 10x relative volume. I mean, it's really nothing compared to CEI because CEI's volume is more than this, but the relative volume here is more. So you got to look at relative volume. You don't want to look at just volume in general. If you've seen relative volume, you can catch some crazy moves. Now, guys, over 10, we're in price discovery mode now on ISPC. Over 10, we're in price discovery mode. Like we're going to be able to find like a bunch of stuff. Sorry, guys, it's just my Roomba. Give it a sec. I mean, I am watching, guys, I am watching AMC for the potential wedge break. I mean, people are saying that this is a bullish pennant. I don't see it as a bullish pennant because this took basically 4 months to play out, maybe even longer, back from June. So 5 months now. That's just something that's way too long, and that it just takes too much time. So relative volume, what is relative volume? So relative volume is basically, so you find the average volume for the stock. And for this case, I have scanners. I'll go ahead and show you them. So yeah, let me go ahead and show you. So again, this is with Alpha Day Trading. You get this too if you join Alpha Day Trading. You get our $2,400 scanners. You have ISPC gapping up. You got our average volume at 68,000. Today's volume is at 9 million. So this is over a 10x relative volume now. Plus with the 3 million float, this has potential to rip with the average volume being so high. Well, let's go and look at CEI. CEI's average volume is 216 million. So today's volume is only 21. So that is only a tenth of the average volume. So we don't want to trade CEI. There's no news. The float's stupid high, and the volume is just not there. Now, when the average volume is high and today's volume is low, that is something that you want to stay away from. So we have SPIR, where the today's volume is only 2,500 shares, when the average volume is 153. When you find stocks that have really high relative volume, you can see that a bunch of traders are there for today. That means there could be a potential really high move. Now, that's what Ross Cameron, you guys have heard Ross Cameron, Josh Howerton, me, Tradecaster, there's plenty of every single trader who makes money consistently and makes day trades and makes stupid amount of money looks at relative volume. This is one of the biggest leading indicators that there's going to be a big move. I won't even trade a stock if it doesn't have high relative volume. CEI has no news, and the volume is only 1/10 of the daily volume. So I think it definitely could move, but obviously it's not going to be the biggest winner because it doesn't have the volume there. Usually price is a derivative of volume. If there's a lot of volume, price action, there should be a lot of price movement. If there's a lot of volume and there's not a lot of price movement, that is a anomaly. And that is when you can, there might be a reversal here, or it gives you an indication. What do you think of Tilray and Sundial? I haven't really done my fundamental research on them. I know Sundial is just kind of pumped, or SNDL pumped and then kind of fell off. We have Tilray. I'm not too sure. I haven't really looked at the chart in a while. And we're looking at the breakout for AMC. Now, AMC, it could break to the upside. It could break to the downside. We don't know. Excuse me, but we have a lot of support to the downside. We have the trend line, we have the 200 SMA, and we have a bunch of support zones. We also fill that gap. So if we do not break bullish on AMC and break below that, all of those, I could see us coming all the way back down to $15 for AMC. Now, that is not the best option, but I think we could see it. Maybe, but if it breaks up, it could break up to 50, 55, 60, 65, maybe back to 70. Nobody really knows. It's going to be hard to really figure out where this is going to go because of this bullish pennant has been working for 5 months now. So either we're going to get extremely explosive and continue to break. How's Ford going to today of SNL? Okay, let's go ahead and look. I'm going to try to look at all of your guys' charts real quick. We have Ford Motors. Here, I'll go ahead and turn my screen. Hold on. Is there in the little tripod holder? There you go. So, Ford is just absolutely ripping. Looks like we had a double top. We closed below the 90 EMA. I think we have some more bearish movement to the downside. We do have a gap to fill at 16. So, expect a pullback down to 16. We're very overextended. And we were making some RSI divergence. I guess not. I mean, we were... So I stand corrected, but we were... I mean, we kind of... so the stochastic and the RSI weren't giving us any divergence, which is okay. But we can just tell that this is just overextended. We have a nice double top. We have a gap to fill, and we've moved 60% in around 30 days, 46 days. So Ford is definitely overextended. Let's go and look at ISPC back at our, here we go, guys. Pop over 10, and we're going to see this start to get some volume in here. Now, we might get some sellers. Around 10. That's why we're kind of struggling right here. Right on 9 EMA. So I would expect maybe a pop, nice touch it, maybe tag it. Before continuing down. Guys, let me know if my music is too loud, and make sure to hit that like button and just share the video, share the stream. TikTok pushes it more, and I'd really appreciate it. Welcome. So I am right now just sitting on my hands, playing it patiently. We don't want to rush into anything. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Now we have, again, ISPC is my top stock to watch. Let's go ahead and try to see if we have a nice trend line at all. I mean, I don't really see any, but we might have something here. No, I'm not going to draw anything at the top, but maybe at the... Okay, I do like that. I do like that. That's a good trend line. Crack that trend line and we're going to go parabolic, but if we don't, I mean, I could see us coming back and grabbing this trend line. So let's go ahead and just wait patiently. We hit it 1, 2, 3, 4 times now. If we do not break this trend line to the upside right now, then I think we'll do it later in the day potentially, especially since they got keywords. Now there's potential, like, let me go ahead and try to find the keywords that you want to look for when you are looking at news. You want to look for COVID-19, cancer, FDA, approval. So anything where they get approval or the phase 3 trials, anything that sounds good and for the company is good for the news. That's common sense, I should say. So you buying into the hype behind CEI making a run this morning? No, I am not, because of the relative volume. The relative volume on CEI is absolutely dog shit. So I would not, if the relative volume, the volume was higher than CEI, at least 2x, then potentially I might get in on CEI, but it's not, which is just unfortunate. But we could be looking to break the downtrend, maybe pop back up to 150, 160. I don't see CEI popping over 170 today. And that's still a big move, but still, 170 would be a big move. If we break this low, we broke this low. I don't see this CEI really going anywhere today, just because the relative volume is just not there. Which software is that? It is Thinkorswim. You can download if you have TD Ameritrade. This is their trading platform. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, so I really like my trading platform. We got, again, PROG might be forming an inverse head and shoulders pattern. I'm not a huge fan of this kind of fast pattern, like very volatile head and shoulders or inverse head and shoulders. So I'm not going to trade it. And ISPC, I'm just waiting for it to kind of have a nice pullback, a nice healthy correction before moving higher. Now, there's not much else that I'm... Yeah, so SIPC is the top stock to watch right now, right out of the gate. That's the one that I'm watching. It has the highest relative volume. It doesn't have the highest volume. Oh, it might have the highest volume. It doesn't have the highest volume, but it has the highest relative volume with the lowest float. Now, that is something that I definitely like to see. We have PRFX, which also has pretty low float, but it is looking like it's starting to get weakness. Break over below that 200 SMA. I'm not going to touch this. I'm just going to hold this. Let's look at trade this Monday. You see. Do you do any long-term, any suggestions for a very safe long-term 20, 30 years? I do not do any long-term in the stocks, but I mean, unless you're doing like ETFs and stuff, but really 20, 30 years, that's hard to pick. Like, you can't just pick Apple or Amazon because like they might be around 20 years from now, or they might not. They might do something very stupid. ETFs, I think, something like VXV, or we have what is ARK? We have ARK Invest, Kathy Woods. Stick it in VOO. That's pretty good. We have ARK X, which is a space development or space exploration or space exploit. I can't talk right now. ETF. But I really don't invest in ETFs myself, so I'm not the best person to ask. I invest long-term for cryptocurrencies. So I guess if you're looking for safe, then cryptocurrencies is the answer. But I'm not, obviously I'm young enough, I'm not looking for safe right now. I'm putting everything I can into crypto. Oh, guys, we might look to break this, break 10 right here. Might look to break 10 right here. We have very light volume. I'm not a fan of it, though. I'm not a fan of it. Could have a false move, a false break. They're testing the sellers, testing the buyers, looking for a move. Might make a new high and have a pullback. I do not like this volume right now. There's the new high. There's the new high. Break over 10. Woo! This was a little short squeeze. If you... Oh my goodness. If you were shorting the stock off this trend line, you were closing above 990. Just moved quick, $1 a share there. Holy cow. That's crazy. Good for you guys if you caught that. That wasn't on my radar of what plays that I wanted to catch, but if you did, good for you. Oh, they're still pumping. Guys, we're pumping, pumping, pumping. Oh my God, up at 1144. Guys, see how fast this could move? How fast this could move. Day traders are cringe as fuck. Touch grass. Oh, that was a good one, my man. I think I actually can touch grass because I have the freedom to do so. I don't have a 9 to 5. So, that's okay. 2,000 and... Oh, I can't... This fucking tripod's not doing anything. But 2,400 likes. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, so, oh my gosh, at 1175. Let's see if this can continue. It looks like we're starting to get some selling pressure here. We're getting that upper wick. We're not really getting a lot of but I mean, hey, anything can happen. Anything can happen. It can still, oh, there it is. Let's see if it closes like this. We have 15 seconds on this candle. Uh-oh. Now we have about the same amount of volume on a doji candle. This is called stopping volume. Get out right now. Because we will most likely dump. Guys, see how we have very, very, very high volume on this candle with very low spreads? That is basically volume causes price action. If there's a lot of volume with very little price action, in this example, this candle, you're like, oh, that's not right. There's something wrong here. We might pull back. Might have a nice pullback. It could be a short-term pullback. It could be a long-term pullback. You have to use your volume price analysis in multiple different time frames to understand. Let's go ahead and actually change this to our 2 minutes. Yeah, guys, we really don't want to focus. Oh, yeah. See, guys, boom. Perfectly. That candle would have saved you so far 3%. See, at 3%, like, that's a lot. Like, you should never risk more than that on one singular trade, and it's still coming down. Guys, this is how volume price analysis works, and this is how you can make a lot of money and keep a lot of money. Because of this really high volume on this doji candle, it told you to get out, and now you're saving 5-6%. Guys, right now I'm only looking at ISPC right out of the gate. I'm not a fan of PFRX just because it's now below 200 SMA. OBSV, since it is below the VWAP now, it is bearish, and we are not getting a bullish movement out of this trend line. And we have PROG, again, this very inverse head and shoulders pattern didn't work out because of how volatile it was. Can you re-explain stopping volume? Yes. Let me go ahead and I'll just do a little picture right now. So let's say these are our candles. Now imagine that we have wicks. I'm not going to draw the wicks, but imagine these candles have some wicks. So let's say these are some nice candlesticks. And then we are going to have, let's go ahead and see a line. Again, you want, as the trend continues, you want to have increasing volume to validate the trend. If you have increasing volume, validating the trend, so first of all, in a trend, if you want it to move, here, let me actually move you guys real quick. Think of this as a trend. And well, when you're looking at a trend, you want to have increasing volume to validate that the trend is going to continue. But if you look at the price action and see that we have spreads. So a spread is the open to the close of the candle. So this is the spread. So as the spreads get smaller and smaller and smaller, but our volume is increasing, since the volume is increasing and this is the cause, but the effect is really small at the top, this is telling us that the trend will most likely not continue. Because if there's a lot of buying pressure, since there's increasing volume than this candle, it should have more movement than this candle, correct? But that's just not the case. So there's sellers in the market at this area and will most likely pull back. Now, let's say you're at the top of the trend line, and if a candle has any upper wick or any doji candle with extremely high volume, then it's most likely going to be reversal. And same for the downside. If the stock's coming down, we have a nice doji candle, we will most likely reverse. So really, when you look into volume, you can see inside of the market. I can know volume is like a leading indicator. I know that this volume is extremely high at this level. With a very small price action, this could immediately dump, or this could pull back because there is no buyers. The buyers and sellers are equal right now. It doesn't matter if this candle's green or red. It just matters about the volume. And this works same in a downtrend. This is stopping volume. But let's say you have decreasing volume. Let's say you have, let me go ahead and erase these. I don't even know how to. All right, that works enough. It's not going to be the prettiest, but let's say we have, like decreasing volume. Then you got to worry about, okay, buyers aren't taking this high. The buyers aren't taking this any higher. And then you want to look to get out, especially on a doji candle. If you see decreasing volume, you want to be, okay, I should probably take some profits, maybe move my stop up. I do not want this trade to become a losing trade. Oh my God, I'm learning so much. I'm glad you're learning so much. I hope I'm trying to provide as much value as I can for you guys. So let's go ahead and jump back to trading. Let's go ahead and jump back to looking at our watch list. There it is. The inverse head and shoulders on PROG is now pumping. Let's see if we can continue to move. We have ISPC. Again, we're getting a nice cup. Let's see if we can get a cup and handle here at 1175. Could be the potential to move higher, but you never know. You never want to risk it. We have ASTR now getting increasing volume, cracking the downtrend. Let's see if we can get a nice micro pullback. Boom, there was the micro pullback. This might rip a little bit more. We have CEI. I'm not a huge fan right now. OBVS. I'm deleting this off the watch list as well. We have PROG now. So we have ISPC, ASTR, CEI, and PROG. Right now, my top 2 stocks to watch out of the gate is ISPC and ASTR. So we have made a new low, which is not what I wanted to see. and around the same volume. So for ISPC, we're just kind of watching, sitting on our hands. So let's go to Jace 1459. If you are still here, now what I was teaching was called volume price analysis, where you look at the volume and you look at the candles. You look at the relative volume to the relative candles and the relative spreads. So that is basically how you can do it, and then you can spread that out from the 1 second all the way up to the monthly. This works on every single time frame. So I like to have 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and 5 minutes that I look at. Right now, all my screens, I only have 1 minute, 2 minutes here. 1 minute, 2 minutes, and 5 minutes. Now, I want to look at the 1 minute to get that volume price analysis for a short-term trend on the 1 minute. And then the volume price analysis will also transfer over into the 5 minutes. So then it's a 5-minute trend. So I hope that makes sense. But if you can find a setup on the 1 minute where then it's validated on the 5 minute that the trend is going to continue higher, that is a very, very, very good setup. Are you live all day? No, I'm usually live till I'm done trading, and then I have a lot of work to do. I mean, I make a lot of videos on YouTube, do a lot of studying, and then sometimes I'll pop back on live, talk about some crypto projects that I want, maybe do some charting for you guys. But on average, I'm usually live from around 8:45 to 9-ish to around maybe 10:30, 11. So that's my main, usually every single weekday. Some days I miss, but it's all good. There we go. So I'm not a huge fan of anything right now. Not a huge fan of anything. I am a huge fan of the stocks, but not the setups, if you understand what I mean. May catch you here in a few. Gotta run. Hey, man, thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful day. Looks like a potential looks like a descending triangle, maybe. Look for the, I mean, we could crack. We're now below the 9 EMA. Look for the crack to the downside of 1078. There it is, crack lower. As long as we don't break 1066, I'm still bullish. I want us to hold 1066. Let's see if this can continue to move. There's the bullish engulfing candle. We stayed above that 1064. Let's see if we can get back above 11 here. Maybe a nice bullish pennant or we have increasing volume on a doji candle here. We might get a bullish reaction here. It's not as increasing as I would want it to be, but it still has the potential to signal a reversal. Then we also have on on the 5 minute, we have decreasing volume. So let's see if this can be a nice flag potentially. I'm not a really huge fan of trading flags pre-market just because there's not many traders. I mean, there's a lot of traders, but I usually like trading flags only during market hours. Oh. ISPC is now gapping up 122%. We have around 7 minutes left till market open, around 8 minutes actually. Not guys, right? Oh, ASTR looks like we could break out. Let's see if this 9 EMA can squeeze it back up to 1250, 1270. Not a huge fan of this flag. I'm gonna wait just till market open. Maybe a nice washout long. We have decreasing volume now. I really should have started to scale into that position, but it's all good. I missed the entry at below 11. I didn't really think about it until now, but I'm not going to chase it. Not going to FOMO in. That is why you do not FOMO in, guys. Right there. Let's see if this can continue to push. Got increasing volume, but I'm not a huge fan of this doji candle. It's not a clear signal to me. ASTR, again right now, guys, we're just sitting on our hands. Not a huge fan of anything. I want to see a nice cup and handle with a washout long for the market open. We have 5 minutes left. Guys, give me 1 minute. I'm going to use the restroom and I'll be back. All right, guys, we could be forming a nice cup and handle on ISPC. I mean, it's not the perfect cup and handle, but could be considered a nice downtrend break. Let's see if we can get a washout down to right 1075. I can get the correct volume, I mean, I want to see a nice washout long here. Might be able to catch it, and then I want to see it crack above 11.55, maybe for a potential dollar move. Let's see if we can catch that. That'd be a nice trade for the day. One and done. We have about a minute 40 left. Let's go and take a peek at the SPY. Made a new high on Friday, but pulled back and closed below. That's very bearish to me. I think we're going to get some puts. We're on 55 minutes left, guys. Let's see if we can get a nice washout here. I didn't like this pop already. We already getting that pop, though. If we crack above 11.43, I will most likely not take the washout long here. Here we go. Nice panic pop. Don't chase it. Do not chase it. Just kind of chill out, wait. Halt levels at 12.36. We'll play the halt strategy if TOI is halted. Oh, that was a while ago. Broke above 12 and got rejected, guys. This is what we're talking about. This is why you don't chase the panic pop. Here we go. Nice bounce off 11. Let's 11.50. There's a nice 50 cents. Yeah, guys, I got zero trade. I got no trades on the day. I haven't really seen a good opportunity. It's okay not to trade. PROG, want to see it crack. Let's see if PROG can crack this trend line. So let's see if PROG can hold this level at 5. Want to see it pull back and hold 5 and hold the VWAP and hold the 200 SMA. Pop 5. I mean, we could see this all the way back up to 520. Break 520. We have room all the way back to 550. Let's see. We have ISPC. ISPC is halted to the downside, guys. That is why you do not chase those panic pops. Guys, already we have a false move. I'm not a huge fan of ISPC now. I probably won't touch it unless we see it start to round off. Can you have ASTR? Looks like traders are moving back to ASTR. We have a relative volume of around 400%. So let's see if we can get this actually to start moving here. I want to see a nice retest of 1280. So let's see if we can get this for ASTR. We have CEI. Not watching that right now. ASTR and PROG are my top stock to watch. I would watch ASTR. That's my top stock. I want to see a very, very good pullback here. I mean, I think we have room up to 1350. Break over 13. It's a little too early to enter. It's a little too early, guys. You don't know. We have no idea. It's okay. Looks like buyers are now starting to take some movement here. Let's see if we can. Wasn't a huge fan of that. We've decreasing volume now. I'm not a huge fan of it. That would have been a good dip trade. Potential 20, 30 cents right there. We're back above 13. But we have increasing volume with a smaller spread. I'm not a huge fan of this right now. I'm not taking this. Even though it is moving up, we're at 13.9. I'm not a fan of it. We have PROG. That was a very good pullback. Too bad my focus is on ASTR. PROG looking to see a potential reversal here. No, that's not. It's unfortunate. Would have been a good trade if you got in, but I'm not a huge fan of it now. We might have a micro pullback, nice potential cup. I mean, maybe start with no. If I was looking to scale, and I would have started at below 5. I'm not going to chase it here. It's okay if I don't make a trade today. Give me a sec, guys. Yo.
Hey, man.
What's up?
Hey, do you have Reese's phone number?
Yeah, I think I sent it to you last night. Yeah.
No, shit, it's in my phone.
That's all good. I also sent him your number. Did he not call you?
Well, I talked to him yesterday.
Yeah.
But you know how things come up with kids.
Yeah. How was the wash? Did you guys fix it?
Shit, man, we got half the tunnel tore apart, dude.
What?
Yeah.
Why? I thought it was just that one shaft.
Man, it is just that one shaft, but that shaft is welded on that whole arm, so
now
you just can't buy the shaft, you gotta buy the whole fucking arm.
Do you think it's because we put more foam?
What's that?
We put more foam on those tall brushes. So I think maybe the more weight probably snapped the shaft.
No, it shouldn't have snapped it.
Shouldn't have snapped. Then how would it have snapped then?
Just, I mean, you figure they've washed 200,000 cars.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
That's what you get out of them. I mean, that's not fair.
I'm sorry.
Um, that's the bad thing about this place.
What?
Is you're buying more equipment,
Mm,
buying more chemical a lot faster than you would a full service car wash.
why is that?
Well, because like here we can do like 400 cars with like 2 people.
With
3
like,
people, it's easy.
yeah,
2 people, you're 400 cars, it's a nice steady pace all day.
yeah,
It can be done.
yes, easily. I've done 700 car days.
It's gonna have to be done. That's what I'm waiting for. I can't wait until we get 700 car days, and we have to have like 4 people here.
That's yep.
I have to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got to. It's crazy. You get like so many passes. Like by the time like you'll get in the groove when someone gets a pass before they even get to the watch. You'll give them their sticker already if you have 4 people there.
Oh yeah, because it's like me and Tom was talking. There'll be a sprayer,
Mm-hmm.
a person at the pay station,
Yep. Person waving them in. Person at the.
then a guy at the end,
Mm-hmm.
bringing them so they don't crash. If they would have made that just a little bit wider. They
Yeah.
made it awfully tight up there. And the way some people come flying around that corner,
Oh yeah.
they're lucky another car wasn't coming around.
I feel that.
Oh, hey, you want to do me a favor? You want to call him if he wants to come to work? And if you don't, you want to come to work?
I can't come to work today. I got too much shit to do. I think he's supposed to come in at 10 though. He's scheduled for 10.
I know, but I told him to take the day off because I didn't think we was gonna. I knew that we wasn't gonna open because he's sick.
Okay.
Because I was hoping to rely on one of the other 3 of you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I might have been able to work it if I knew that I was going to cover for him, but no, I got a lot of shit I got to do today. I can give him a call though and tell him.
Okay, see if he does feel like coming in.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, that'd be the right thing to offer him because basically I need to take these motors in.
Yep.
And the plumber's coming. So, and John, he's waiting to
get a shaft.
Take another road trip.
Oh. Damn. Yep. Well,
He's getting pissed. He's sitting there something at 8 o'clock and shit, it's going on 10 o'clock now and still haven't heard shit.
oh yeah, I mean, but what can you do?
That's just it. There's nothing you can do with these, like,
Yeah.
him and DRB.
I mean, was there a potential, because I remember that I think it's the shaft. If you're looking down the tunnel towards the exit of the tunnel, it's the big black and red brush that's on the right side, correct?
Correct.
That brush was sitting out in the middle of the wash. Every time the wash would stop, it would just kind of sit out in the middle. It wouldn't pull back.
See, that's what you got problems when, from now on, you know to shut the track down.
Well, we didn't see anything of it because I pushed it over a few times. Everything seemed fine. It was clean and fine. So I was like, okay, like But then I really didn't know. And then Ryan closed that night. I'm not really too sure if anything happened. I'm not too sure if that was when it cracked or if it was in the morning or something.
No, no. Before I left 5 or 6.
That's when it happened.
Probably about 15 minutes before I left. Noticed that it wasn't sticking out all the way. Just you know how it's usually even with the rocker brush, the small brush.
I think so. Yeah.
It was just sticking out just a little bit.
Yeah, that's how it was for.
Maybe like 3-4 inches.
Mm,
Just enough to catch your eye to say to let your brain know, hey, that's not right.
yeah. Well, yeah. For it was sitting out a good amount for us when we. I thought you were gonna say like 1 to 2 feet because that's how it was for us when we were doing it.
Because I pushed it back in before I left because me and Ryan went back and it's sticking out.
Mm.
I pushed it in and it felt okay.
But yeah, I mean, it didn't. It seemed like it was washing cars fine.
And it kicked back. I'm like, okay, it's an air prop. And number John, I would only do them if I had to.
I'm sorry.
I would only mess with them if I had to.
Yeah.
Them are his little babies. Plus, I know a lot of people, come in the car wash and, everything has a gauge on it
Yeah.
per square inch.
Yep.
That means a lot. And, people thinks, 3-4 pounds isn't nothing.
Isn't nothing, but it is. Well, I mean, if it's on a car paint, like anything.
It's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 pounds, and I'm not exaggerating. Just like if we added 2 pounds of side pressure on them flex wraps.
Yep.
Just 2 pounds. And that's nothing compared to what they weigh.
That's I mean,
that is enough to take a mirror off.
oh, I could see it.
Yeah,
I could definitely see it.
2 fucking pounds. That's why, when you buy, if you have cloth,
Yeah.
you gotta go and you got to keep an eye on your air pressure, and you gotta keep adjusting it as that cloth wears or breaks in. You've got to back off of that air.
Okay.
Are you taking this in?
I'm trying to. Well, I'm working right now, so.
This is big stuff.
Yeah, it would be better if like I was there and you showed me right now because I'm trying to focus between a couple different people.
You're trying to fucking make money, man. You're worried about a fucking coin that you'll never even touch. And some sucker's gonna, some Russian is gonna steal it from you in a couple years.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I'll take my chances with a Russian.
Man, I think I take my chances with like $1,000.
Yeah. Throw it in VXV.
Yeah. See, we need to tell John that we need to work this shift together.
Yeah.
Like a rainy day shift.
And just talk.